Good day, everyone. I am Bianca Maydi Cortez from the ITec 11 Living in the IT Era. Today, we will tackle about the movement enhancement in the physical education subject. The learning outcomes for this topic is to improve fitness from baseline or pre-test levels and to interpret assessment result. Also, to establish and monitor fitness goals relative to standard. This topic movement enhancement also has this discussion FITT or frequency, intensity, time, and type. Okay, frequency. What is frequency? Frequency is the number of days a person does activity in a week, or and most benefits requires at least 3 days and up to 6 days of activity per week. But frequency ultimately depends on a specific benefits desired. Yung frequency po, kung ilang beses mo po ilang beses mo po ba siyang ginawa in a week. For example, 3 days in a week. For example, 3 days in a week. Or pwede din sa isang week, alternatively nyo pong ginagawa. Intensity. Intensity is a physical activity must be intense enough to require more exertion or overload than normal to produce benefits. Intensity, in an understandable explanation, is kung gaano kabigat yung ginagawa nyo pong. For example, kung mag-gym ka, then sanay ka na sa mga ehersisyo. Yung mabibigat na gawain nyo is magbuhat ng barbells. Medyo hard kasi yun. No, hard talaga siya. Now, let's move on to time. Time. It is a physical activity must be done for an adequate length of time to be effective. The length of the activity sessions depends on the type of activity and the expected benefits. Time, kung gaano kahaba yung nakaya mo sa isang ehersisyo. For example, ito ay plank. Plank needs to have a timer kasi hindi mo po siya mabilang. Kailangan mo siya ng timer kung ilang segundo ka bang naka-plank or magsiset ka ng timer na hanggang 30 seconds lang yung plank mo. Kung gaano kahaba yung nakaya mo, kung gaano katagal yung kinaya mo sa isang ehersisyo. Okay? Let's move on to type. Type. This is a kind of activity done with the principle of specificity and individuality in mind. Type, for example, kung anong type ng exercise yung ginagawa mo. For example, this week gagawa ka ng core exercise which is nag-involve ng abdomen. For example, plank, leg raise, bicycle crunch, at madami pang iba. Ibang topic din itong movement enhancement, magtatakol din na tayo about the Caroven formula. What is Caroven formula, by the way? Okay, Caroven formula is a heart rate reserve formula, and it's one of the most effective methods to calculate training heart rate. The formula factors in your resisting heart rate. Therefore, you'll need to determine your resting heart rate by doing the following. Okay. Doing the following, prior to getting out of bed, take your own pulse on your radial pulse or your carotid pulse. Kumbaga, pagkagising mo sa umaga, bagong gising pa lang, kukunin mo na yung pulso mo. Pwede sa wrist or pwede din sa leeg. Meron yan. Sa leeg. Next is count the number of beats starting with 0 for 1 minute. Starting for 1 minute, magbibilang ka po. Bibilangin mo yun. 0 hanggang ilang beses siyang nag-beat. It is to help assure accuracy Take your resting heart rate 3 mornings in a row and average the 3 heart rates together. Well, this is the different fitness levels. For the beginners are low fitness level, yung mga baguhan pa lang na ngayon lang talaga nagbalak mag-ehersisyo, ay 50% to 60% yung kukunin nila na resting heart rate mo. At yung average naman na medyo sanay-sanay na, kukuha kayo ng 60% up to 70%. And for those na sanay na talaga sila sa mga kung ano-anong ehersisyo, mapa hard man o easy lang, kukuha sila ng 75 to 85%. So, ngayon kasi beginner pa naman tayo, 50% to 60% muna tayo. Kasi hindi pa naman mabigat masyado yung mga ginagawa nating ehersisyo. Pero sa iba dyan, na mabibigat na, go! Pili kayo sa average or sa high. This is the Kerrowen formula. Ang step 1, 220 minus your age is equals to maximum heart rate. Step 2, maximum heart rate is equals to rest heart rate. Step 3, rest heart rate times the intensity plus the rest heart rate is equals to training heart rate. Meron tayong examples dito. For example, Hisoka is 24 years old, has a resting heart rate of 68, and he's just beginning his exercise program, and his intensity level will be 50% to 60%, since baguhan pa naman. 20% minus the age of Hisoka, which is 24, is equals to 196. The minimum, kukunin natin yung minimum training heart rate niya. So, 196 minus 75 is equals to 121 BPM. 121 times 0.50, 0.50 kasi 50% yung inuna natin, plus 75 is equals to 136. Ngayon, kukunin naman natin yung maximum training heart rate. 196 minus 75 is equals to 121. And 121 times 0.60, 0.60 kasi nasa maximum training heart rate na po tayo. 0.60 plus 75 is equals to 148. Ganun po yung pagkuha ng training heart rate natin. Opo. Kapag nag-e-ehersisyo po tayo. Kukunin natin yung resting heart rate natin before the exercise. Kukunin mo yung beat ng pulso. Ayun lang po. Thank you, and I hope you learned something about movement enhancement and especially the Kerrowen formula.